Good morning, everybody. I'll just wait until a couple more jump on. I hope you're all well on this Saturday morning, and I hope you're nice and warm if you're in Victoria. I can see there's people jumping on. Comment up if you're there, because I can't see any yet. Chris, can you hear me all good? Good morning, Danielle and Leah. I'm just going to start with my gratitudes for this morning, and if you want to pop yours up in the comments as well, I'd love to see what you're all grateful for. I'm grateful for all the exercise videos that the aid has every morning. It's very hard to get out and about in the weather that we've got in Victoria at the moment, so it's good to be able to keep moving. I'm grateful for technology, which gives us all a chance to stay connected and be together when we're not able to hang out in person anymore. So I'm very grateful for that. And I'm also grateful for you all spending your Saturday morning with me. And good morning, Jel and Rachel and Leah, Angela, Katrina. What are you all grateful for? I would love to see. Natasha Butler. Oh, I'm grateful for you too, Katrina. Grateful for the beach and connections. Oh, 27 in Perth today. I'm jealous of that weather. It's good to see you all. I'll start with a little introduction. Excuse me. I'm Jaimee, and I'm one of the very proud Happiness Co ambassadors, and I've been working personally with Happiness Co for almost 2 years and an ambassador for about 9 months. So I'm very grateful to be here with you all today and sharing a little bit about gratitude with you all. It's had such a huge impact on my life, and I'm really excited to be able to share a few techniques and stuff that you guys can do and get the same benefits as well. And I just want to know, out of all of you, who practices daily gratitude? If you want to put it in the comments or put some love hearts up. Beautiful gratitudes. Hello, Lisa. Nick, Andrew, good morning. Jaylene. Grateful for coffee and snuggles. Oh, beautiful, Jel. Sammy, you do your gratitudes. Chris, awesome. In 2018, I started doing daily gratitudes, and today is my 856th day of doing it every day in a row. Gratitude is our superpower that we all have in us, and it's one of my favorite things in this world. When I first started doing the gratitudes, I was in a really bad place in my life. I couldn't see any positivity. I was negative all the time. I was comparing my life to others, and when people would say exciting things to me, I would internally roll my eyes and become really judgmental towards them just because they had it and I didn't, and I was just really jealous and really in a negative place, and I didn't like that about myself. And I know today that I'm not that person anymore, but back then it was just a misery pit that I seemed to be in the middle of. And I do wonder if any of you felt that way, and if you want to share by saying that, please do. I know this is a very safe place, so we're not going to judge you or anything like that. But I remember seeing this group of people that I started following on Facebook, and they spoke so much about gratitude. Morning, Tracy. And I just didn't know what it was at all. And I'm like, if these people can be so happy and colourful and vibrant just by posting things they're grateful for, maybe I can do the same. And I had just been dumped, and I was sitting in a misery pool of being a victim and not wanting to admit my faults and just embracing the negativity in my life. So I'm like, okay, I can do this. So I just picked up my phone and started writing in my little calendar what I was grateful for every day. And in the beginning it was really hard, and sometimes it was just for a piece of broccoli or something stupid like that, but each day it became to be something bigger and bigger, and the bowl of gratitude just began to grow, and I would find each day I was searching for things like, oh, what else can I be grateful for? And then it just becomes so natural, morning Rianda, that it just started being such a huge part of my life. And there's a huge link between gratitude and happiness, and studies show that by just posting 3 gratitudes a day that it can increase your happiness. And you know, it also shows gratitude can help you make friends and improve your physical and psychological health, and enhance your empathy towards others and reduce aggression, which is really cool. And it can improve your sleep, enhance your self-esteem, and really increase your mental strength. And the more that we are thankful or feel gratitude, the less time we have to think about the negativity in our lives and let those thoughts get into our head, which is really cool. And gratitude can help us experience more positive emotions like optimism, enthusiasm, joy, love, happiness. And it also can protect us from those destructive emotions like envy, greed, bitterness, and resentment, which I sat in for so long. It is Katrina, absolutely. Gratitude makes you a better partner, a better friend, a better family member, and just overall a better person, I think. And it's a really cool thing to be a part of. Sometimes it's hard to find things to be grateful for, but when we stop and give it some thought, we find so much. Absolutely, Chris. Yep, I agree. When you start to begin living in gratitude, it starts to show in the way when you start to live in gratitude, it starts to show in the way you live also, and it starts to affect the actions that you take in life. You start doing the things that reflect how you feel, you start doing the things that make you feel really good, and you also start doing the things that make others feel good as well. And these things are like volunteering, random acts of kindness, holding space for others, and really contributing to the world and the people that we have in it. Oh, Simone, I love that. Being grateful every day has changed my life. Mine too. That's really cool. You cannot be in a state, oh, I lost that, of attitude while in a state of gratitude. Absolutely, I love that, Danielle. So I have come up with a few ways that I've done it and that other people do. So to those that do practice gratitude, if you want to put in the comments how you do it daily, because I would love to see that as well. And if you're starting out doing your daily gratitudes, just start with 3. That's where I do my baseline, and every day I just do the 3. I know people that, you know, list 50 or 60 things a day, but I find it just as effective to start with 3. And yep, Sammy, sleep, me too. So I personally write mine down every day. As I mentioned before, I did do it in the calendar of my iPhone, but I graduated to a journal, which has made a huge difference for me. So each day I sit there and do it, list my 3 things that I'm grateful for. I run down to my day, like what happened, good or bad. I rate it out of 1 to 10, and I also list down a few emotions of what I felt that day, just to see if I need to change some things up and reflect a bit more. Also doing it in your phone calendar, like I mentioned, that's so easy. We all spend ages just scrolling on our phone, so it can't hurt just to stop for an extra 2 minutes and do our gratitudes. Posting on social media as well. I know lots of people that do photos and different things on Facebook each day, which is really cool. And also when other people see your gratitudes online, they'll start to think about what they're grateful for, and it just creates that ripple effect of positivity throughout the world, and that's really cool. You do gratitudes with your kids. Awesome, Danielle. Oh, thanks, Chris. Chris is my, whoops. Sorry, my phone fell off the windowsill then. Chris is my accountability buddy too. We've been doing gratitudes together for a while now, which is really cool. Yeah, journaling in the happiness code groups, that's cool. Awesome. When you're doing your gratitudes, really give it your time and attention. Stop and think about why you're grateful for that thing and how much you value it in your life, because there's no point if you just pulling something out of thin air thinking, yeah, I'm grateful for trees. Like, give it the attention of why you're grateful for that and what it does bring to your life. I am also interested, I saw Danielle comment that she does gratitudes with her kids, and I know Rianda does as well. So who does gratitudes? Yes, Jaylee and I am taking tips from Jules. Who does gratitudes with their children? Because I do have a few things that you can do with your kids, or other, not necessarily if you're just a parent, if you've got nieces and nephew and all that kind of stuff as well. Feel the gratitude in your body. Yep, absolutely. So number one on my kids' list of gratitude stuff is the ABC gratitude game. It's so simple, just list something you're grateful for that with every letter of the alphabet. That can be done on road trips when we're finally allowed out to mingle and stuff like that. It can just be done anywhere. And as a side thing, I actually use this as a grounding tool for my anxiety. I find it really just grounds me, keeps me calm and gets me back in the moment because I'm so distracted trying to think of things that I'm grateful for. Ali, we write gratitudes on our splashback in the kitchen. That's really, really cool. Nick does it with your daughter. Beautiful. Gel. Yeah, before you go to sleep. Awesome. Gratitude jars are something as well that I've seen. You can be creative and decorate them with your kids and just write each day something you're grateful for and put it in. And then at the end of the year, sit down together and just reflect on the year that you've had and what you're grateful for. And that's something you can do together and bond over as well. Apples, bananas and cauliflower. I'm grateful for those things too, Tash. Nightly gratitudes, saying them out loud before bed or at the dinner table, which I know Rianda does. It's really cute to see her kids saying her gratitudes around the dinner table, but that's something else that you can look into. Creating a family gratitude list, putting it on your fridge, and just every time you walk past, add something to it, and then you can all see what everyone else is grateful for. Going out on gratitude walks, just being aware of the nature that you're in and what makes you happy and bring joy to your life, and you can all share and be out while you're exercising as well. And when you're doing this, ask your child why they're grateful for something. You know, be curious with them and ask them how it brings value and affects their day, because that's going to teach them how to be more grateful and the process of the whole thing, and that's something that they can carry on throughout their life, which is really cool. Hello, Amy. These days I find it hard not to be optimistic. My default response is automatically going to what I can be grateful for in the moment, and it does really help me switch from a negative place to a positive thought. We had a gratitude walk in the office. Oh, that's a great idea. For example, with the COVID stuff that's going on in the world at the moment, I choose to focus on the positives, like the world is getting time to breathe and everyone's having some extra time at home to grow and be with their families. And it's also given me more gratitude towards my job. It's something that I haven't really focused on too much, but I know how lucky that I am to be able to work and be still continuing to bring money in, because not everybody is doing that at the moment. Tracy on the whiteboard in the kitchen, great idea. Austin, he is a little gratitude pro. He does videos on Amy's phone all the time, which is really cute. In 2019, I decided to do a 365-day gratitude challenge online in one of the Happiness Co groups on Facebook. And the reason I did it was to hold myself accountable, so I knew I would continue to keep posting them every day, because I didn't want to let other people down, and I knew that not every day was going to be an easy day, and if I could find gratitudes in those moments, then I would be okay. Hello, Miss McCarthy, good to see you, love you too. It's very important to do them in the hard times, because it's so easy to do them when you're feeling great and optimistic and upbeat, but it's so difficult to do them when you're really low, and that's what matters the most. In November last year, my family found out that my mum had got her cancer back, and I remember sitting there at that night and I still found things to be grateful for. It was one of the shittest days that I've had, but I still managed to sit there and do my gratitudes. And then in the late January this year, we found out that she couldn't have her treatment anymore which meant she was coming home to die and to spend time with her family. And I remember then thinking, okay, what can I do to still keep going on my journey and keeping myself okay during this? And gratitude was my first thing. And I sat there putting my gratitudes down every single day we spent in the hospital. The day she passed away, I was still doing my gratitudes, because that kept me going and that made me sit and appreciate the moments that I had with my mum. And my sister and I moved into the hospital for 2 weeks with her so we could spend her last weeks with her. And I remember it made me more aware and just appreciative of the little moments that we would kind of gloss over in everyday life. And you know, sometimes I walk out the door and I used to say, I love you, see you when I get home, kind of thing. But it made me use my words more powerful and actually really make sure I got that feeling across and express my love to her in a way that I could. And it was just also the small things like laughter and stuff like that. Whenever I would hear her laugh, or Pagan, who's on this call, would bring her daughter Tilly in and we'll see Mum's face just light up. Those moments are what kept me going, and appreciate how lucky I was to have her for as long as I did, because not everyone gets their mum for as long as I did. Some people have them longer, some people don't, and I got her for 33 years, and what an amazing thing that was. And I remember at her funeral, like, you could not wipe the smile off my face, and that wasn't because I was happy she was gone, it was because I was happy that she meant so much to me, and I was so lucky to have her, and I was enjoying the time that we had with her and just the amazing person she was, and I was so happy to just have her in my life. And yeah, so that was. And now for me, it's kind of my check-in thing to keep me accountable and that I'm going okay. And I've told a few people that if they don't see my gratitudes for a few days, they know that I might need help, and that's my kind of reach out thing. So I do make sure that I keep posting and that kind of stuff, because that takes care of me and my soul and brings gratitude into my life. But yes, Marita, we did. Hello, Julian. Now, there's some beautiful comments on here, and I will go back and read them all later. I've been talking. A broken heart is a heart that has loved. Absolutely, Amy. Just grief is love, isn't it? It's just love. But if you do have any questions about gratitude, or how you can bring it into your life, or anything that I've spoken about, please put your questions up, and if I don't see them before I log off, I will definitely go back and have a look at them later on. But I did just want to leave on this note, and you know, life can be tough sometimes, and it always does get better. And those days where it's really hard to think of something to be grateful for and that you're really struggling, just go back to the simple things in life, which are I'm breathing, I'm alive, and I'm loved. Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. You know, we are still lucky to take that breath, because as we talk now, there's many people that aren't. So really just focus on those simple things, because the simple things like that are huge. But yes, thank you all for joining me this morning. I'm very grateful to have you all here, but I will go back and read all your comments and see if you got any questions. But yes, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you around. Love and light.